Hello everybody, it's a change of camera, because it's a second channel so I can get away with it. And the reason there is no regular video on Monday is because what's behind, as you can see behind me, it's a bit of a mess. And this mess is caused by a couple of things, mainly me working on my networking at home. And oh, that was a journey and a half. Thankfully I had some help, which means most of the internet right now is usable. But I purchased a couple of devices, and the main reason behind it was that there were some complaints from my wife about the internet, and I give in, and I've actually purchased a quite expensive routers to, I guess, make a point that if anything's gonna happen right now with the internet, it's not me, it's not our end, it's the internet. So that's my excuse, and I was willing to pay extra money to win that argument. So, so far, the first day on the new routers been good, without any major problems. I still am working on actually resetting everything, because the idea is, since I've got two new routers and two old routers, I flashed the old routers with OpenWRT. It's something I'm learning and something I have very little idea about. But the idea is that I'm gonna segregate the IoT devices, the smart devices, and put them on a separate network that's going to interact with Raspberry Pi, and I'll direct everything from the Raspberry Pi, and that way the broadcast from those devices is not going to be clogging my network, which was notorious on 2.4 gigahertz network before, which made it pretty much unusable. So that's going to be solved. Now, what I'm invested in was a Wi-Fi 6, which is hilarious because I actually don't have a single Wi-Fi 6 device. I've checked online. There is a Wi-Fi 6 upgrade card I can put into my laptop. It's £25, and probably I'm going to consider that since I already have two Wi-Fi 6 routers. There's one in the corner there. And obviously laptop's going to take the advantage. However, the PC is going to be hardwired, so it doesn't really need the upgrade. So moving forward, obviously the next 2 or 3 generations ahead, Wi-Fi 6 is going to be a standard. So if you're going to spend a lot of money on improving your network, then you might just spend a little bit extra to actually get that. Then, you know, in a 2, 3, 4 years time, so you don't face another upgrade. So what I've opted out with, let's go here, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything. So that was my previous router. This is Linksys AC WRT 1900 AC and ACS, and now it's flashed with OpenWRT. It's not connected yet, but it's going to mirror the settings that the router that is currently there, and this is a pretty much similar to this one, but it's a WRT32X, which is a gaming one. I kind of regret I bought that gaming one because it's the same hardware really, with a killer network, killer branded network, but much slimmer software, so you get less options. And as soon as you switch over to OpenWRT, you end up with so much better experience, to be honest. And currently, I splashed out more than I initially wanted to, but I figured, you know what, I'm just going to do it once and then forget about it for the next couple of years. So what I've got is the ASUS, it's AX6000, so this is AX88U, and this is Wi-Fi 6, as I've mentioned. There's a nice sticker certified in here, and that's unfortunately like almost £300 in the UK. It's expensive, but there are certain things that I'm definitely going to enjoy. And the second one, that because I have 2 floors in here to cover, so I wanted to have a second one as well, and this is a slightly cheaper version of the same pretty much set of cover. And this is RTX 86U, and this is kind of their gaming edition, but they work in a mesh mode, which means they appear on the network as a one device, and they share traffic, and I've got lots of control, blah blah blah. The end of the story is they're pretty easy to use without without the need for flashing of the additional firmware. So that was just under $200, so £200, or over 200. No, it was over £200. So yeah, yeah, I did spend 500 on network upgrades. And I know some of you are laughing, but yeah, I'm going to end up with 4 different routers, and they're gonna segregate the network and hopefully provide the average through everything. It's been 1 day so far, so it's too early to say anything, and still a lot of my networks is connected to old setups, so I need to go through all the devices and make sure they are set properly. Now, the way I'm doing it right now is that I have 2 of the new routers that supply the network for everything that we use on a daily basis that requires bandwidth, so our computers, mobiles, a smart projector, and a smart TV. So that's gonna go on the designed 5.0 network, and anything that doesn't support 5.0 network is obviously dropped on the 2.4 gigahertz network. And the spare routers, they actually have a little bit more segregated network, and there are 2 different networks. There's a 2.4, which doesn't have access to internet, and this is basically running all the Tasmota clients in isolation, because Tasmota doesn't need internet, and it just connects to Raspberry Pi 4. Now, I also have 5.0 Wi-Fi, which all Alexa devices are using, and devices that basically music streamers and stuff like that. So that's on the 5.0 network. It has isolated clients because Alexa doesn't need to see any other devices, and has internet access because I need to reach the cloud in order to operate the Alexa. There is additional 2.4 gigahertz network as well, and this is a special one for all devices that haven't been hacked, and they require access to cloud. So they still run in isolation because I don't need them to access any other clients in that level. They just need to speak to Raspberry Pi, but they need to have internet connection in order to operate correctly. So unfortunately, they have to be on that network until I either hack them or flash them or figure out another solution. So it might be complicated. It might be probably above a spend too. You can achieve it slightly easier, to be honest. But yeah, I already have those 2 routers, and upgrading to a next standard caused me to obviously have them. So I'm just going to repurpose them this way. I have, I think, over 70 devices, 70 to 80 devices right now at home, which is a lot, and that caused a serious problem if majority of them was on a 2.4 wireless network. So that was one of the reasons I needed to do it. It was starting to affect all the networks, all the bands as well for Wi-Fi. So that's hopefully been mitigated. So yeah, what else? I've been very busy at work, and I've been doing stuff which I'm happy with, and that's pretty much it. In the meantime, I'm working on a couple of reviews and 1 article about home automation, and there's going to be some cool stuff coming from Banggood as well, because they've invited me to a Christmas live stream, which I'm more than happy to do. So somewhere during Christmas, that's going to be out as well. So that's what's going to happen. Project-wise, what else do I have? No, I don't. I think I'm working on my toolbox a little bit, and there is one thing for printers I'm supposed to do, and I have a couple of articles that I've started about printing, and I just need to complete this. And also, I've got this. That's going to be quite interesting, because this is a onyx filament. This is nylon. I don't know if you can see it. So this is a nylon filament, which is expensive. It's about 150 quid a roll, so it's very expensive filament, and I got this leftovers from work. But the problem is that the idea I had in head that I wanted to buy a nylon filament and try it, an expensive one versus a cheap one on the same printer, and figure out whether it's a good printer plus good filament that provides you with excellent prints, or is it just a filament, or is it just a printer. So that would be something really cool that I could run and give you an answer for. However, that needs 270 degrees to melt, and my hot end isn't suited for this. So on my shopping list, there is a hot end as well that's going to arrive at some point, and that will add another article to my 3D printer modifications that I've got. So yeah, I have 2 3D printers to review. Yeah, I should really start writing all this, because time is very, very limited right now because of everything I'm trying to do at the same time. So I hope you will bear with me, and I hope this short update will kind of keep you around. So don't give up just on me yet, and I'll promise I'm gonna post something interesting soon. So thanks so much for watching for this what is it, rant update? I don't know how to call it, but yeah. Hopefully soon I'm gonna have a really cool network that I can utilize, especially as some of the routers actually support 2.5 gigabit links. So I'm looking forward to take advantage of that and maybe set up a network share on that or something similar. That'd be cool for editing videos and having access to all my video files remotely. Maybe an article about it? I don't know if it's worth it. Anyway, if you're interested in any of the network gear that I got, and there's going to be links in the description as well, you can take a look and get horrified at the prices of some of the items. But if you fancy the features and you're feeling like you fancy an upgrade as well, so far I'm positive. I might mention, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a full review, but I might mention that in an article and see if I'm still happy with it or I regret my life choices. Hopefully it's the was it not the latter, the first one. So hopefully it's the first one, not the latter one, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. So until then, take care. Bye.